most things that do things have opposite effects. It's like I remember when I started to lose my hair years ago, there was a product at Boots, and I remember I went in to see about getting it, and one of the side effects was hair loss. I was like, it really is.
So the product was
to stop you losing your hair, but one of the side effects could be hair loss. Yeah, I explained that badly, but essentially, it's like it's weird that, isn't it? How like because you could go in there to solve the problem that's really getting you down. It could actually just make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of things are just better if you leave them alone. If you don't have like a concrete good solution.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like women you know.
Basically,
just leave me alone, brother. I'll be better off if you left me alone. Sorry. Go on, what do you think?
So our relationship would be better if you didn't talk to me.
I feel very similar. 2 podcasts side by side next time. It's like Radu's opinion, unedited, unanswered. My opinion, edited, unanswered. Go on.
I've noticed I have like a couple of hours free extra like every day recently. I didn't honestly I'm getting more done and everything like that, and I finally found out why. So basically I'm not logged into my YouTube. So I honestly I bought a new laptop, and on my browser I just didn't put in the old account, and it just YouTube doesn't. I'm not addicted to YouTube anymore. Like it freed out my life, because it used to, and I wasn't like a lot addicted to it, but I still had like a couple of hours of wasting on YouTube just with like Better Call Saul scenes and like Mad Men scenes and whatever.
So am I reading you right? Are you about to say you want to get rid of YouTube?
No.
So that, the thing we put this out on.
I'm saying, yeah. I don't think there are that many people addicted to this podcast.
No. But we're hoping one day, if we find the right, I don't know.
But it's like a good, everybody's like sucked into their social media, and it's the easiest solution to get sucked out of it. Is just log out. You can still, I still go on YouTube every day, but I spend like 10 minutes a day, or I just kind of look for what I really want to see, but I have to search it. Just the algorithm doesn't know how to keep me there anymore.
Let me help you put this in the context of how we do this thing. So you're saying maybe a good thing would be if it's impossible to stay logged in to socials. So like the change to the world should be that when you turn your phone off or your laptop off, you log out of everything. I'm just
saying it's like a life improvement thing. Just once a year, make a new YouTube account. Make a new Instagram account. Just detach yourself from the algorithm.
For many of the years in my life, that would not have affected my subscriber count.
There's like the creator account, and then there's your personal account. And also separate the two, but just if you're not logged into your socials, you can still be like on Instagram and follow like the 4 people you remember and you want to follow, but just the fact that the algorithm, because even now, even if you go on Instagram, your feed is probably like it's probably like 30% stuff you follow, and then 70% stuff the algorithm know is going to keep you there. But if you log out, the algorithm doesn't know how to keep you there. So it's really, you can really detach from social media. You really sort of reconnect with the outside world. If you just kind of make a new email and a new account once a year, I would say.
Just reset it all the time, yeah. I mean, I don't actually have a personal account. I usually use my like pod accounts to watch YouTube.
Okay.
Like my stand-up account, what I post my clips on, is the account I use to watch what I watch.
Okay.
Is that a bad thing, do you think?
No, I think
does that affect my videos?
I don't know. I think whatever account you use, don't use it for too long. It's like it should be like a bit of a, those phones that you throw away.
So people should log out of all their accounts once a year and almost like January 1st.
Just like a
New Year's resolution. Cleanse your socials, log out, and
Yeah.
just see how you get on.
Like right now, Facebook's got me. I watch a lot of people sort of cleaning fish, and but it's honestly like a half an hour a day of me watching people either clean fish or like fillet fish. But it's like a half an hour a day. I've seen people like fillet a tuna, just thousands of times probably. So, and I didn't know I could just kind of log out, make a new account, and then still follow the 4 things I want to see. Because there's I still follow like some live stuff and so on. But no more fish filleting.
See, I get that. I get what you're saying. I just because I've got multiple accounts for different things, and so sometimes I'll find that my laptop's logged into an account that I don't use that often, and I'm like, why can't I find the videos I normally watch? Like, why are they not on my homepage? Like the recommendations I'd normally expect to see. But sometimes I find that refreshing because it's a new thing, but sometimes I find that annoying because a lot of times I like to go to the homepage and just see the things that I'm wanting to see. Like this morning, for instance, I went onto YouTube and the videos I want to appear this morning are videos to do with Arsenal's Champions League win.
Okay.
Like I follow the team and I want to see some pundits talk about that. So if I was logged onto a new account, I wouldn't see that because it wouldn't know. And that would bother me.
You can still search it. You still have the search function.
Then it's straight in there. So literally all you've done is give me more work to create the same outcome.
Or you can go to your old account if you want to watch something that you are used to watching. But I'm saying just get rid of the things that, like I a lot of videos of like women falling on ice. I don't need to see that.
Is that a thing? Just women specifically?
Women are kind of funnier when they fall than men. They're like less gracious somehow.
See, they're less used to falling.
I think so. I don't know why. But that's like a thing that Facebook's got me on with as well.
It's so random. All I get are DIY clips, like outside of the things I've searched for. It's just DIY stuff.
Like now I got like I clicked on something like a clip of like a maybe like one of the like a Korean sitcom, and now it's just like Korean stuff on my YouTube. I don't want to see any of it, so I just get out of bed and carry on with my day. It's really, I feel like the shackles are sort of are untied, like the shackles that kept me in bed for an extra 2 hours every day. They're just kind of loose now. They're open.
I feel like the deeper problem, because I get annoyed. Like sometimes I'll do an update on a device or something, or I'll clear the history on a device, and it'll clear out all the passwords. You ever done? You use a Mac?
No, I don't use a Mac, and I don't save the passwords.
I've got like a password thing saved just so that I don't have to log into stuff. But sometimes I'll clear the history or the cache or whatever, and then I'll notice that it's cleared all of the passwords, so I've got to log back into everything. And it is just like fingerprint thing to log in, so it's not like any intense, but it's still just annoying.
Okay.
For me to keep having to log into everything rather than just instantly have my thing up that I'm wanting to go to. So I don't like that. So I think just the better way to solve that is, and it's never going to happen, unfortunately, but like some sort of government sort of intervention with these companies, so there is no homepage. Literally, if you choose to subscribe, they appear on your profile. So like you've got your profile page on Instagram, for instance, and maybe there's a little section of the people you subscribe to and their latest videos or whatever. Okay. That pops up. But if you don't subscribe, nothing comes up. Because I quite like I don't follow anybody on Instagram. I don't follow anybody on TikTok. Okay. And the reason I do that isn't to be ignorant. It's because I don't want stuff in my feed.
So you're still getting stuff on your feed even if you don't follow anybody.
Yeah, but I think I'm less likely to engage with it.
Yeah.
And so I purposely never follow anyone on socials anymore. It's because I want to spend less time on them. Because I already spend a lot of time in like doing work.
I still watch like stuff on YouTube, so I have to go on YouTube, and then I still like upload shorts on YouTube, so I have to be logged out. I have to be logged in, but I have like more browsers because there's like DuckDuckGo and Chrome and and what
The
Opera.
thing I
So you
do,
can be logged in on like a different YouTube on each browser, and then you still have your escape. Like the one I use to watch stuff on is not the one that YouTube knows me.
see, I struggle with YouTube mainly because YouTube's the only social network I engage with on my laptop.
Okay.
Every other one I do on my phone,
Okay.
and so there's less opportunity for me to be served shit I don't want to see. On the like, if I put YouTube on my phone, it's generally just the videos I'm looking at. But on my laptop, there's way more areas for there to be other suggested videos, and so like the thing I do on YouTube all the time is I spend forever in a day sometimes just clicking on not interested. Don't serve me videos from this platform. I'm trying to trim out the shit that it keeps thinking I might be into, so I don't see it again.
Okay.
So I do a lot on YouTube.
I only do not interested if it's like those like on Google on the Google feed, it shows me like news stories, but sometimes it's just like a link to a newspaper that wants you to subscribe to see the.
Yeah.
And I go, never show me show me from this.
Yeah. I follow nobody on any
ever again.
socials, and I subscribe to about 6 accounts on YouTube, and I'm not going to tell you what they are because that's quite a snapshot of the types of things that I watch that I don't want to share with the world.
Is it DIY or sexual stuff?
It's neither of those two things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're a layered
I'll
person.
tell you off the podcast.
Okay.
You probably know. You've seen me watching some of these people and some of these like channels, but I don't want to talk about it.
It's like adjacent to what we're doing a little bit.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes, yeah. Anyway, this is not about that. I can only agree. I don't think the start of the year detox thing, but I do think I agree with the core of what you're saying.
Okay.
But I think we should take it further. Okay. And I think that it should be the companies themselves that rid the homepage, get rid of it all, and so the only things that appear to you are the things that you can control.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can, instead of detoxing, you just go, I don't want to hear from anyone anymore. But
yeah, I totally agree with that. But the companies aren't going to act not in their own interest.
No, but they could be forced to by a government mandate. Let's use that word you like.
Yeah, but they all lobby all the politicians, and they have enough. They hold us by the balls that no politician is ever going to propose.
Since when did we have anything on this podcast that was related to like something that was possible to achieve?
Sometimes I feel like I feel like my suggestions tend to feel like they're actionable. It's just that everybody has to act on it, and then that's sort of impossible because nobody.
All right, let's change.
Everybody isn't going to. Agree.
We're no longer called Ludicrous. We're going to call this actionable, realistic targets.
Actionable and non-realistic. It's just unrealistic that everybody's gonna agree.
I think most people would agree with you. I think most people would agree that it'd be good for them to sort of detox from socials in terms of getting rid of the things that the algorithm has learnt is them. Because it is, and that's the thing the algorithm hasn't quite. I've heard Mark Zuckerberg talk about this with Facebook, like anyone cares about Facebook anymore. But like he's talked about how it used to just serve up everything that you're into. On repeat, and now there's some. I don't know the percentage of this, but now in recent years, and this is probably a year or so old that I heard this conversation, but he was talking about how now they're dedicated sort of the algorithm serving up 10% or whatever of things that it doesn't know whether you're into it or not, just to kind of like give you fresh things in your feed that you could be into to try and find new things out about you.
Just exploring yourself.
So
the algorithm is
like, so it's like, yeah, I know you want to look, you want to see cooking, DIY, and your political people of interest. But have you ever thought about crochet? It's kind of like that kind of theory.
Yeah. I know a lot about you, but I want to know everything about you.
Yeah. So I think like that could be, they haven't got that right, and that's the problem. Is like they're pigeonhole people, and people aren't that black and white in their interests. Like people that could be watching, I don't know, some like hard right wing stuff could be into crochet too.
Yeah.
And so like I think just the percentages are off. So whatever that is they're doing, I think it would solve your need for that detox if they just upped, like maybe showed you 20% of the things you're into and reversed the percentages, and had 80% of stuff they have no idea about. So like every time you logged on, you would see some familiar things that you're into.
Yeah.
But most of the things you saw would be stuff that, oh, what's that?
Yeah. They could do that. So the
but that would also be good for
what
people
I'm
like,
saying would go away.
But that'd be good for like new people like us doing a podcast or whatever, because you get served up to more people. Like you wouldn't just get served up to people that are only seeing, like I could imagine our podcast is appearing in front of people that are watching podcasts similar to us but better than us.
Yeah.
And therefore they're like, because I see that with Arsenal all the time, which is the only one I get, which I'm willing to talk about. Like I'll watch an Arsenal thing, and then but for every one person that I'll watch on that subject, there's 500 that are terrible. Some of them are really popular, but they're terrible and I don't like them.
Yeah.
And they get served up to me constantly, and so I'm constantly going, not interested, don't show me this again. Ban this person from me.
Report.
Yeah. Well, I'm not negatively impacting them with YouTube, but I'm saying don't serve this content to me again. Don't recommend this channel anymore. So yeah, like I think that would work the other way. It would show more. It actually would be really annoying for me. What I'm suggesting to you would be really annoying.
You just get more stuff that.
Yeah, I could get more stuff that annoys me, but
still,
maybe it'd be more stuff from a variety.
You can get random stuff and ban stuff as well.
Yeah.
Those aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
I'm saying what I'm saying. Basically, I just kind of lucked into it, but it was just like a thing that kind of freed up a lot of my day. By just kind of logging out, and that's like a thing you can do right now is just create a new YouTube account, and then you're gonna have an extra 2 hours tomorrow.
It's like the online equivalent of being in a relationship, I think, because that's the nearest I've ever gotten to that feeling that you're explaining. It's like when you're no longer single, you just get more stuff done.
Yeah,
because you're not constant. I was never like when I'm single. I'll go to somewhere and I'm just like checking out other like checking out women, trying to start conversations with women, and the minute you're in a relationship, or at least one that you're faithful in, I'm like, I don't even look anymore, not in any significant way. Obviously I know it's a good looking woman when I see one, but I'm not thinking I should talk to her. Or I'm not thinking how can I be more attractive to women. I'm not in that I need to do this at the gym and I need to do this and I need to do this to.
Okay, I was agreeing to something completely different.
Yeah, what were you agreeing to?
I thought when you're like in a relationship and you kind of feel like it's the Groundhog's Day, and you're not enjoying the good time anymore because it's like the same good time over and over again. You get to sort of log out, go cheat, and then come back and enjoy the relationship.
What I love most about that is I could see a scenario where your girlfriend says, "Who is she?" and you say, "Nothing happened. I just logged out."
I was just in a different browser for a bit.
Yeah.
But
and now you're stuck with Linus for the rest of your life. Linux, I should say.
But the thing is, it's not like I'm in a mutually exclusive relationship with YouTube. It's just YouTube is I'm treating YouTube as like my partner, but YouTube, they're fucking everybody in the world. So I'm saying, look,
I'm on board. I'm on board with what you're saying.
Okay.
But there are, as is always the case with me, I think there are conditions to that.
Okay.
And like I think it is a good thing, but I don't think it should always just be down to us. That's what I'm saying. And like it makes it a very difficult segue for me because the thing I'm bringing to the table is so far from that. But I'm going to do it because I was watching a thing from another sort of YouTuber actually, and it made me just think about this. And I think they're onto something. I'm sure this is not new to some people, but here we go. I've not done this for a couple of weeks, but it's conspiracy.
Okay. I like a good conspiracy.
Aliens.
Okay.
Aliens. Now, everyone sees little green men and shit like that, and most time when you talk about aliens, we often envisage very similar looking creatures.
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Why are they always similar? It's almost like they are real. But have you heard people talk about the greys, which is like the grey looking sort of big-headed, skinny-bodied, hairless, big black-eyed sort of aliens?
Okay.
The greys.
I've seen them in like movies.
Yeah.
The guy from American Dad, the alien from American Dad.
Yeah, the theory that I'm subscribing to at the minute is if aliens are real and these greys exist, they're not actually aliens from another planet. They're more like time travelers. They're more like us from the future. So what I'm trying to persuade you of here is that the idea that the way we perceive aliens to look, if that's genuine, then it's far more likely in the grand scheme of things that is a version of us that's further evolved than it is to be an independently evolved life form that just happens to have eyes, nose, and everything in a very similar place.
Yeah. That could be one or the other. I don't know. It depends on like, I don't know if there's like how many sort of layers the universe how many dimensions the universe has, because if it's just like sight and sound, like all the things that we discovered already, it stands to reason that the aliens are going to have eyes and ears and so on. So if we're going to discover something else that's like another gravity, another sort of force.
When we came out of the water,
okay,
as reptiles in evolution, if you believe this at all, which I do, the reason our nose...
It's one of my core beliefs.
But the reason our nose is above our mouth is just purely by chance in the direction that we evolved out of the water. Like, if we'd have come out the other way around, our nose would have been beneath our mouth. Like, it's by chance that our features are on our face in the way they are.
Yeah.
And it's also by chance they're even on our face in the way they are. Like, it's not a plan. You know, it was completely...
Even the fact that there's a symmetry there, that feels like... there shouldn't be a symmetry. It should be more one eye here and another one here. It doesn't mean... What's the evolutionary point of symmetry?
But yeah, but my kind of what I'm saying here is like that the idea that on another planet... I totally believe that there's life on many other planets and potentially intelligent life on a lot of those.
I tend to believe that too.
So I believe that, but I don't necessarily believe that they would have to be air-breathing things. It could be water, it could be any sort of thing. But also, I actually think it's far
like a
more
walking
likely.
Fire.
Yeah, I just don't think humanoids are going to come here. I just don't think that's a thing, and I'm really leaning into that heavily now. It's like the idea of a humanoid from another planet is almost ridiculously... It's such a small opportunity that could be a thing. It's far more likely the thing that stops us seeing aliens is the fact they cannot...
Be seen?
Well, not necessarily can be seen, but cannot even exist in our reality, on our planet.
Okay, yeah. Maybe the thing with the two universes is like the Big Bang went into two different directions, and maybe there's like some sort of beings that exist in both.
But you know, like...
I think it's the same kind of amount of chances that if there are aliens... I think there's definitely humanoids on other planets, and I think there's definitely sort of aliens that have sort of completely different features than ours.
I think
like the universe is big enough for both. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Star Trek's version of...
Okay.
Although it depends on what you listen to, but Star Trek's version of the future is nonsense. The idea that the vast majority of aliens are going to pretty much look the same with the odd ridge or ear difference is complete nonsense. That's just makes for easier makeup in sci-fi.
Yeah.
But I think
it's hard to get like a dog to act in.
Yeah, I mean they did address this. Like, I used to watch a lot of Star Trek when I was younger, and they did address this in an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, where there was an episode where it was found out that there was some sort of forefather, some species that seeded humanoid life on all the planets, and I've read and watched many conspiracy theories about the Anunnaki and all these types of sort of supposed alien races that have done that. But I'm now leaning into this idea that humanoid alien could exist, but they are pretty much just future us. But think about it, what that says. If the Greys were us, they got big eyes, so they're either living underground in the darkness, or we're living in space in more darkness. Like, we're not living on a planet like this anymore to develop that way. Like, why would your eyes need to be so much bigger and black? Like, it would imply darkness is why your eyes have got bigger.
Okay.
So that's like concerning. Why did it get dark is my question. Like, did we almost kill ourselves and have to live underground? That's worrying.
Maybe their planet is very far away from the sun.
Yeah. Secondly, their skin's pale. That would imply same thing.
Okay.
Less sun.
But like all the suns do eventually sort of explode, and then they turn into like a numb thing that doesn't create any light. So maybe their planet sort of lived past that. What happens after the sun explodes?
Yeah, maybe.
So it's sort of like an evolved species that kept existing.
The planet wouldn't exist after the sun goes. Like, they would be destroyed quite early on.
Well, maybe technologically they figured out, they knew the sun is going to explode, and they figured out a way to survive without the sun. I
think my main thing is I think there's the way they look, apart from them having big heads, which we've talked about before. The big head thing would lean into my thoughts on childbirth being external to the body.
Okay.
Which I think is...
I remember us talking about that.
That could be feasible, but in the future. But when you look at also, like, these pictures that you see and drawings of grey aliens, like, it is very hard to tell whether one's a man or a woman. Or any of the 100 genders.
So we're going to revert to just no genders? Just gender isn't going to be a thing?
It could be no genders, especially if, like,
it
could be both genders. It could be like some of those plants out there that...
It's the same with like nationalities. If the second you have like 200 nationalities, you almost have no nationalities.
Yeah.
It's just people are people.
I think what I'm saying is, I think the way aliens look to me, it looks like everything could be explained away in terms of the difference between what we see in these pictures and what we are now could be explained. That you could see a line of how we could develop into that in the future. And so that's why I'm thinking maybe that just is the way it is.
Let me ask you this.
Could you envisage that being a thing?
Let me ask you this. If the aliens are going to be, they're going to look like, I'm going to say, like possums, or like, sort of like a hairy mammal.
Yeah, hairless mammal.
That walks on hairy mammal that walks on four legs. Would you say that's like us, or would you say that's very different to us?
Well, I'm sure, like, in terms of genetics, we probably share a large amount of its genetics, so it would be similar to us. But like, I wouldn't think it would evolve from us. No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Because you think, like, when you come from, like, when you think that, the old thing you see on, like, any sort of traveller's T-shirt, like New Age sort of festival girl, they have that old thing of, like the chimp gradually walking upright.
Yeah,
that thing, and there's loads of joke T-shirts like that now. The next step would be alien, and I'm sure there's a T-shirt like that out there as well, with the greys at the end. And if there's not, there should be.
I'm sure
I'd buy
a T-shirt.
But
I wouldn't buy it. I still think it's a hacky joke. I think it's been done to death. It's like a grandma, like a dad T-shirt.
Okay,
somebody that only wore shirts for the entirety of their life, and then like on vacation they wear that T-shirt because they don't know how to wear it.
I was thinking I'd only wear it if it was true, and then I was reminded of that scene in The Simpsons, that episode where an ant or something gets singing on the end of a space telescope, but it's just an ant in real life, but the news, Kent Brockman, the news guy on The Simpsons, sees it and he goes, "It's aliens!" and the insect aliens, and then it cuts straight away to a news story where it's like, it would look like our new masters are the ant people from space, and I, for one, welcome new ant overlords. And he just starts pandering to them straight away. I was just thinking that would be the only way I'd buy that T-shirt. Now you just slagged it off. Is like, I'd buy it if it was proven.
Okay.
I've got the T-shirt.
So you just kind of buy the T-shirt and then wait for it to be proven,
Yeah,
and then be the first one to wear it.
Yeah, my only hang up with this theory of them being the future humans is, I mean, they don't look good. So, like, what if they? Why would you want to come back to the past if everything was going all right? So, like, I'm thinking you'd only come back to the past accidentally or on purpose. And if you're coming back on purpose, like, I mean, are they coming back? Is it tourism, or are they coming back to change something? Like, maybe like the reason they look like that. it's like. Have they destroyed the Earth and ended up underground, and have they come back to try and stop us doing it?
Maybe they're like, that's how evolution works. You could just sort of evolve to a point when you get like a time machine, and then you sort of go back and curate it like little by little and try and make it better. Maybe they have like a parliament. They're not changing anything in their present, but they're just voting on stuff to change in our present. Maybe that's sort of elections in the future. I think we should let Hitler live. I think we should whatever.
Yeah,
it's always with the Hitler when you go back to the past. I don't think we should. I don't have any animosity. I don't know what's the word. Animosity is bad, right?
Yeah, people always talk about killing Hitler when he was a kid or something.
When you go back in time, yeah.
Maybe kill him as an adult. That would be a better time.
Yeah, maybe that's what they discuss in their parliament, when to kill Hitler. And then so far they've killed him after the Holocaust.
Yeah, so every single time they've voted on 1945. But who knows? Like, who knows how many years that went on for prior to that change?
Maybe that's like the best case scenario somehow, because if Hitler didn't exist, then there would have been like a different Hitler who would have been like way worse.
Yeah, but that's the point. Maybe they did decide to kill him in 1945.
Yeah,
and maybe originally he went on till like the late 50s or the 60s even, and
and so
God knows how many others.
They don't know how to teach the lesson of not to commit a genocide without us committing a genocide. There's we can't learn from.
I mean, as there are genocides
still
going
happening
on in
right
the world
now,
all the time, multiple. I would hazard the guesses we're not learning.
They're working out on the recipe.
It's like you could argue that humans have quite a taste for genocide. It's almost like when you get power, the first thing you want to do is have a genocide. It's.
What's that? Are we the only species that does that?
I don't know if we are.
I know lions. They kill all the cubs of the former sort of pack leader.
See, I think
that's the closest.
You've got to have weapons and tools to commit genocide, haven't you? You can't. It's very hard to kill in those numbers if you're just a lion with some claws.
Yeah, there's no other species that actually like travels the world. And maybe like birds and so on. Would birds kind of go and just kill all the other birds?
I'm thinking maybe the only other genocide could be like insects. Because I'm thinking, how could you have a lot? Like, I'm thinking bees. Like, is there a situation where a bee could kill the hive?
There was the squirrel genocide. I heard
the what?
The squirrels.
Squirrels.
So apparently, from what apparently there were like red squirrels in the UK, and then I don't know how they imported like the grey one, and all the grey one killed.
But that's not genocide, is it? That's not genocide.
That's the definition of a genocide. You just killed the other race of the same thing.
Yeah, but that was accident. They didn't like.
No, I think they actually kind of actually, because they're fighting over the same resources. I think they were actually like the grey ones are bigger and stronger. I'm not sure, but I think that might have happened.
But it feels like cruel to say that. Because like they didn't ask for that to happen. That's just animals. There's no thought in that. I feel like genocide.
I feel like the second word.
I think genocide implies decision making. Like they're just like fighting over resources, which there's
an evolution within genocide.
Like you could say every I think like every country like could have committed so many more genocides if they're the rules you're applying to what constitutes genocide. Just surviving.
But but it's surviving and sort of also making sure nobody else survives, so you're sure that the question of survival isn't asked in the future. But I think I generally believe that literally 100% of countries, that's how you form a government. You kill all the other people that wanted to be in charge. Like all the governments are basically the winners of genocide.
I sometimes get merely minutes into my thoughts and find it impossible to find my way back to the original statement. I mean, I think the only answer I really want though is there any part of you that could believe my new belief, which is the theory that the grey aliens could potentially just be us from the future?
Oh yeah, that's a chance. Yeah. I'm not like convinced that that's 100% what happened, but yeah, I'll give it like a 10%.
10.
Maybe like I'll give it like 30%. I'm happy with 30% to give it.
How
30%.
quickly you went up from 10 to 30?
Well, no, I'm an empathetic person.
If I just sigh again, will it go to 50?
No, I think cause time travel is still sort of too mystical for
Okay, let me ask
like
you this
life
way.
on other planets is easier to kind of comprehend.
Okay, let me take this. If the grey aliens walked into this room now and you knew 100% what we see in those pictures does exist, they definitely exist,
Okay.
where would that percentage be then?
That they're either from the future or from a different planet? I don't know. I would still, just because I know of the universe, just because, I don't know. I feel like also because if I know they exist, also we would get the answer pretty quickly of, okay, where are you from?
And they'd either click or they'd say, yeah, we're from here.
Well,
But they got big heads that could be, they could speak to you without speaking, whatever that is called again.
Okay.
I forgot the word.
Telepathy?
Telekinesis. No, that's the move. Which is the one where you move stuff?
Telepathic is
Telepathic. Yeah, telekinesis is the moving stuff.
Yeah.
Telepathy.
Telepathy, but they're all also probably telekinesis. Telekinesic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, they could speak to you and then they could just bring the book to you.
It would be exciting. Yeah, I'd give it even if like Jesus came back to Earth, I would still
50%.
I don't know.
I'm just quitting.
Even if there's like a god from a small African tribe that turns out to come to Earth, and sort of that's the final truth that we find. I'm still excited about it. Like I'm still voting for that to happen. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't feel successful, but I'll take
With that's a good. Yeah, no, I feel like you might be right.